What's up everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'll be trying to beat 4 players all by myself. Now normally I play against a couple players of the same rank, but today I'm going to be playing against 1 bronze, 1 silver, 1 gold and 1 platinum. I'm super excited to find out how their teamwork and gameplay is going to work out. Let's begin. All right, here we go. Abandoned Parish against 4 legends. We are playing against Protoss, 2 Zergs, and a Terran. Now, this is not the first game I'm playing against them. In the last game, I got absolutely annihilated, and that is not an exaggeration. Like, they actually stomped me. And I learned something. If you guys have watched my 1v4s before, 1vx's, whatever, sometimes I did 1v6s as well, which kind of sounds crazy to me that was actually a thing that I managed to do, but still. But I usually like to go quite the middle of the road when it comes to my builds in these. Like, I'll go for a light Reaper pressure, and then I'll go for the medevac drops after, etc, etc. But these guys seem to be the type of players that just destroy me in these challenges. I always talk about how some unit compositions are just more difficult to deal with than others. Like the Terran player went for battle cruisers. I always mention that as one of the most difficult units to go up against, because first of all, you cannot really miss micro it because it shoots while moving, right? Like there's no accidental clicks you can do or anything like that. So it's going to be very powerful and requires a specific response. And then one of the Zergs would go for mass swarmos, which you usually just need enough units for. So they really make the kind of unit composition that is going to be tough for me. But those units do mean that they're going to skip a little or like be a little greedy in the early game, right? So I think instead of going middle of the road, I think I want to open with 3 racks Reaper. And just try to get a lot of damage done. My own follow-up is going to be worse. Like, my own economy is not going to be that great. But if I can, let's say, effectively eliminate 2 of them from the start, that would be super, super good. Now, I am going to do a slightly more economic version than you normally would. So I'm going to go for the 3rd barracks after the orbital, which is actually the standard version I used to do back in the day, but it's not as all in. Like, it doesn't hit as hard as the other one would, but at the same time, the follow-up is a bit more reasonable. I feel like it would be very unreasonable for me to expect myself to kill all 4 of them with just 3 barracks Reaper, you know? Like, the Protoss is gonna get Stalkers out, their Terran is probably gonna get Reapers out. The Zergs might not be that useful with slow Zerglings early on, unless they decide to go for super fast speed or super fast roaches. Now, I don't want to make assumption, but based on the fact that there hasn't been an Overlord in my base yet, I want to say that the Terran and Protoss are going to be here on the left side and the Zergs are going to be on the right. Unless the Zergs just hit the Overlords very well, or they were, for some reason, too lazy to send the Overlords to my base, which I doubt. I feel like the Terran and Protoss should be here. So we found the Terran already. That's a really good start there because that Reaper was rallied. So the Reaper is going to die instantly, and that's going to allow me to do damage right away, which is awesome. Let's see, is the factory producing? The factory is producing, okay, so I need to be careful for that. If that is a Cyclone, that is like the most problematic thing. Like a Hellion, you can actually kill with Reapers pretty easily. For a Cyclone, I already need a bunch more. So there's a Marine here. The Marine is also gonna die. I do know that this Terran player is the bronze player, by the way, and the Protoss player is the highest ranked player. So it kind of seems like the extremes are together, the lowest and the highest, and then the 2 Zergs in the middle are going to be together as well. So that Hellion is going to die instantly, and this is really the kind of damage that you want. Like, I know we are killing the lowest ranked player here, which doesn't seem like the best thing. But this is the player that made battlecruiser against me last time, and I do not want to play against that again. So this is quite nice. There's another Reaper there. Just going to make sure to target that instantly. There are a lot of Zerglings in my base, which is kind of funny, because I can just kill all of those with my Reapers, but I do have to go back momentarily. I actually do think I like this. I don't necessarily like having to go back, but being able to kill all these links early on, that is quite nice. Okay, he's trying to do a little bit of micro. Realistically, he should really just be A-moving these SCVs, I think, because then maybe he would have killed one. Oh, I left one alive. It's a little bit of a mistake. So the Terran, I wouldn't say he's dead, but he's definitely hurt, right? Now, this is probably going to be my last set of Reapers, so I'm going to make the factory, and then I'll get the tech lab as well. Those Stalkers are also going to die. If I micro my Reapers correctly, I don't even have to lose a single one, which is going to be really nice. So the Stalkers are going to fall, and judging by how this is going so far, this does already look like the best choice I could have done for my opening, because this looks awesome. I killed a lot of links. I'm going to kill even more links. This Terran player is in trouble. I'm actually going to use my Reaper to just bait this. Like, I don't want to waste too much time on this, right? I'm just gonna go and kill his SCVs, and then I'll move on to the next guy. Like, since I killed a lot of Stalkers, I might actually be able to do something. So there's the fusion core. That's exactly what I was talking about. I do not want to deal with that battlecruiser, and now that Terran player is gonna be left without money for a while. The Protoss has no expansion, Oh, wait, the Protoss is not actually here. Okay, so I was wrong about that. The Zerg is just playing a little greedy then, I think, because the Zerg didn't actually have that many units. I think I can not lose a single Reaper if I micro against these spines properly. Let's see if that's going to be a thing. I think I'm going to lose one here just for the sake of killing it faster, which I think is fine. So we lost 2 Reapers there, I believe, to that spine. Then I'm going to start Stim, going to make a bunker here as well. Now, let's see. What kind of tech was he going for? I want to guess that it was Swarm Host. I'm not quite sure if this was the Swarm Host player from the last game, but one of them played Swarm Host. So I think it's quite likely that this guy with his fast lair was going to be that person. I'm going to get a turret because there are going to be all kinds of threats, of course. Now, I am glad that this Zerg is not making Speedlings, because Speedlings would have been very threatening to these Reapers. Those Stalkers... I didn't see them blink, but I feel like they went forward a little bit too fast, right? So I want to guess, yeah, exactly. Okay, he doesn't have blink on those Stalkers. Reapers are, I believe, a little bit faster than Stalkers. Not much, but they should be a little bit faster. Blink is going to be a little terrifying. There's a barracks in my base to scout, which is annoying. I hope I can pull the Protoss back with this. Like, that would be ideal. Oh, no, I didn't hotkey that thing correctly, so now I can't actually land my starport yet. Guess I'll just build a tech lab in the meantime, and then I'll go try to attack him. I think, I heard a Zealot attacking something. Now, let's see. If he doesn't have Warpins, I'm going to be able to kill a decent amount of probes here, which would be really nice. Because 5 Reapers is going to one-shot those probes. And then he might blink over here. But then I'll already be able to go to the low ground, which is really nice. There we go. Protoss player taking some damage. The more damage I can do to more different targets, the better this game is going to be for me, of course. So I don't think... Maybe I can kill 1 Zealot, actually. That's a lot of Zealots. Or a lot of Zerglings, rather. So maybe there is no Swarmos guy this time. That would be quite nice, because the Swarmos were pretty painful to go up against. A lot of workers I'm killing, so that is good. Gonna probably... Should I start a few more gases, or should I just go for... Oh, there's mutas... Wait. That is... Okay, that's kind of funny. You guys see what's going on here? That is the other Zerg's Spire. That's where he hit it. I wonder if they're going to be planning to feed him. That's something you can do in team games. Don't forget about that. Like, they could be feeding him now. Okay, well, that's actually a little scary. There hasn't been a battlecruiser yet, which is quite interesting. You would think that they would feed the battlecruiser guy to at least get 1 out, because that sounds, yeah, just horribly annoying to deal with, and they should probably know that from the last game. So I'm just going to be trying to drop blue over here. There are a couple mutas. Let's see what I can find. There doesn't seem to be anything that can stop these medevacs from dropping in. These mutas will just get owned, by the way. Like, if he wants to stick around to kill the medevac, he is going to lose the mutas for it, which is nice. 4 mutas already falling, and now we're going to be able to do some more damage to blue, which is really nice. And I really take down this starport. You can see he's building Yamato and a battlecruiser, or at least I imagine it's a battlecruiser. Would be a little bit anticlimactic if it wasn't. So we're gonna kill that. Battlecruiser is not gonna finish, and this is once again a really, really good start. Now I am playing a little bit more aggressive than I wanted to. Or not than I wanted to, but than I was initially planning. I thought I was going to go for the 3-Rax Reaper, get a couple drops in, and then go for a 3rd command center. But instead, I decided to just make a lot of units, because last game I played against them, I did die pretty fast, and I don't want that to happen again. Now, it kind of looks like this player is just getting eliminated at this point, right? Let's see, what is that? Okay, it's a Protoss army. A Protoss army that I will be able to deal with, so I don't have to worry about it too much. There's also some Hydras, though, so I need to make sure I micro towards my tanks. I mean, they're just letting blue get eliminated. Yeah, exactly. Blue has basically nothing left. He has a barracks, which is pretty funny. That's all he has, just as a barracks. I'm gonna put this 1 tank on the low ground. I feel like that would be nice. Let's see, does Zerg have this base yet? Zerg does not have that base. He's gonna be able to snipe my buildings from the low ground with those hydras. Let's see if I can find anything here. If they left this Zerg alone, his base is just gonna die as well. So the left side of this map is pretty much wiped out. Now, if you're going to think about the absolute amount of bases, we're still going to be down like 2 to 5 bases or so. So even though we're killing a lot, this is by far not the end for them, right? Now, I do wonder, if the Protoss is still around and he doesn't have splash damage, I feel like we should be able to kind of annihilate in there. He's going to try to kill that turret, which I guess is an okay move, but he's going to lose those mutas for it, because I did have my Marines pretty close. Let's see if I can escape with this. I will escape. There's no upgrades on those gateway units yet. That is something very notable as well. And now it might be time for us to push across the map a little bit. But I should probably just target the drones here, because this drop is going to die to the Blink Stalkers, and there are not going to be a lot of drones left, which is quite nice. I guess I might as well eliminate blue while I'm at it here. Let's grab a couple of Marines and kill that Overlord for less scouting. I wonder if... no, I was going to say if someone was going to drop a mule to repair it, but he's the only Terran. So he's actually going to lose that. No, it's going to die over time and he'll be eliminated. Sag. Okay, so there's something here. There's a bunch of overs here, which is kind of weird. I'm just going to siege these tanks in advance. You have to be kind of scared of these 1v4s just because... they're always going to have more units than is reasonable in my mind, right? Because there are multiple players. So the Protoss army could be like right here, for example. Exactly. I kind of wanted to say that's probably exactly where it is. This army of mine is going to crush these Hydras, though. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic fight for me. And there we go. These Hydras are going to fall too. And I feel like since they're losing so many units, I might actually be able to go for a counterattack here. That sounds like a good idea. Now, the last game, the Protoss built Storm. And I'm not quite sure if I want to be pushing against Storm. Like, keep in mind that I'm kind of all in here, right? Like, if I lose this army, we are going to be in a massive amount of trouble. So first, let's see if they have this gold base. Okay, yeah, exactly. He does have the gold base and he has Templars. Ugh, this is a tough decision for me right now. Let's see, I can probably fight against those mutas a little bit. I killed some stuff. I don't know what I killed, but I killed some stuff. It looked like they were maybe like Void Rays or Oracles or something that I killed. Gonna creep up a little bit with these tanks, and then I'm just gonna do what I do and go for some splits. Definitely want to get some good splitties off here, and then we can probably take care of the High Templars. There we go. This gold base is falling right now, or at least all the probes are falling, which is really nice. My own third base is coming online, which is great. Let me refix my saturation a little bit. The mutas, I feel like they are going to be quite annoying eventually. Like right now, they're not really that annoying yet. But at some point, these are really going to be tricky to deal with. Okay, let's split out of that storm. Well, we still can. I don't want to leave the tank behind, but it's only one tank. So I feel like I could kind of abandon it and just go for a drop in the main. Guess maybe I can even just send it over there. Okay, let's see. So there's one cannon over here. Keep in mind that he does have storm, so I am kind of trapping myself a little bit here. And that is like the only scary thing. Oh, okay, he's gonna go for that. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Let's see how it goes. Can we target a Templar fast enough? Not quite. We are gonna get a pretty good fight still, though. Like, this is really not the worst fight ever. I guess I'm just gonna scout on the other side with that tank. I think he has... No, he doesn't have better upgrades than me. It looked like it for a second. Let's see how many of these I can kill. I think I need to get out with these medevacs and just let the Marines be. That is probably the best play I can make. Start getting some more turrets against those freaking Mutalisks as well. That would be nice. Exactly. He's gonna dive on that. Okay, this is too many Mutas. He could have went for that. Like, I'm not kidding. He could have. Like, he would have killed that turret, and that would have been quite painful. I guess I'm just gonna go back home and pick up some of these units that I have, and then try to kill these bases on the right side, because I don't want him to have those for free. I can just put these in the bunker. Actually, it's going to be a relatively good trade for me. Not perfect, of course, but it's going to be relatively good. So I just send, yeah, probably this, not this one. Just 60 Marines to the right side should be able to take care of everything there. And the siege is over here. The annoying part for me is that the Mutalisks are in a position where they block my dropping path. Like, I can't actually drop on top now, which is super annoying, of course. I'm gonna siege a couple liberated over there. You guys come back as well. And then I should be able to annihilate these bases. I don't think there's gonna be too many drones here, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. There's just a couple drones. But I just don't want these bases to exist, because he's gonna make 5 gajillion mutas, and I don't want to deal with that at all. Okay, so he's gonna go over here, and I'm gonna wipe out these drones as well. Look like he does have a lot of mutas, doesn't he? He's like 20 or something at this point. Okay, so I'm gonna try another drop on the left side. No matter what, I just don't want them to get too many bases. Like, I can very slowly start mining the map, right? But I can't really come back from them having mined half of the map for a while. I think that, okay, that's barely not gonna die. That is fantastic. Look at this. The Void Ray is clicked on the medevac, so the Void Ray is gonna die before he gets there. He keeps doing slow warpings too, which is super, super nice for me, and we're gonna get a lot of damage against the Protoss. Probably depower a lot of those gateways as well. I think that would be a very nice play. This base looks a little weird. Like, he has so many buildings in one base. Usually, I mean, I know there's not infinite space on this map, right? So that's probably why. But you usually don't see it. Okay, so I know the High Templars are there. I'm just gonna drop over here and try to kill as many as I can. There's a drone transfer right now, which means I will be able to take down more drones. My turret does fall, which is annoying, but maybe... Oh, this could be huge. No, he's not gonna fall. He's paying too much attention. That's well done. I was like, maybe he's gonna look back and defend these drones, right? But he actually had the presence of mind to focus on the Mutalisk, which is really well done by him. Now, my supply is starting to look very high, I have to say. Like, this is definitely a very high supply count already for this 1v4. Usually, I don't really get this high. I just kind of have to do with these smaller armies all the time. Now, I don't have enough Liberators yet. I'm just going to do it. I know there's Mutas here, but I just have to. Yeah, exactly. Good moves by that. That's really good teamwork, by the way. I love to see that stuff. Now, how many Liberators do I have? I think I have 5. I think 8 Liberators is going to start to be really good against Mutas. Liberators are not that good against Mutas when you don't have that many. Where's the other one? But when you get like around 8, I guess, doesn't have to be exactly 8, it's going to be quite good against Mutas, so maybe I can catch them off guard with that. Now, I do want to pressure the Protoss a little bit more. Don't want to put that tank inside there. Get out of there, please. I'm just going to do one more drop to that base, and then I'll keep the Liberators here for now. And then we'll just see if I can get something done with this army. Let's see if there's something in front of my base. There's not. There's a lot of creep. Okay, that was very unlucky, actually. He didn't have vision there, I believe, but he still caught those, which is quite painful. Now, with these Liberators, maybe if I surprise the Mutas, that could be quite nice. Let's see, there's probably Templars behind there if I had to guess. He is not going to use those Templars to engage. Okay, I thought he might. But there's like 1 million Mutas there. He's actually running away from 2 turrets, even though he has 1 million Mutas, which is quite funny. Okay, so I'm going to be able to get in here. Is he going to try to snipe them? I think he will. And this is where the Liberators come into action. He's not paying attention. Look at the Liberators. Oh my goodness. We got so many of them. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to chase him all the way down as well, which is nice. I'm going to get a second factory here for more units. Wait, maybe I can actually trap these. No, I think barely not, right? I think they're a little bit too fast. Yeah, they're just a little bit too fast. Okay, I need to make sure to siege up here. Target that temperature if I can. Oh, barely not. Almost got a really juicy volley up there. That would have been very nice. So I think the Zerg is most likely going to go for a counterattack with these Mutas. This base has not been rebuilt, which is quite nice. I think maybe going for these Liberators as a counterattack is a good idea. It's a little questionable, right? Because they're going to be so good against the Mutas, but I feel like the Mutas are going to be scared away for now. That is a lot of freaking Hydras, by the way. A counterattack with those Hydras would actually be pretty devastating. Like, that would hurt like crazy. So there's a base over there as well. No, I don't want to send the rest of these. Let's see, what's the upgrades on those? It's not the best upgrades ever, but it's still pretty good. Oh, he does have Phoenixes. Actually, need to send my Marines there. Didn't expect Phoenixes. Phoenix is actually not that fantastic against Liberators, so that is a little surprising for me. Okay, so it looks like he really wants to go for it, but he hasn't decided to go for it yet. So these Liberators are going to pop off in both of their bases. Let me try to get this second factory hotkeyed as well. And this is the really hard part. Like, notice how they're doing such a good job of just stealing my attention everywhere, basically. So now I'm going to siege these on top of the larva as well. I'm probably going to lose this base to those. I hope I don't, but I think there's a good chance that I will. I'm going to bring those tanks over now as well. Those Liberators are actually popping the frick off, by the way. Like, those bases are just effectively not mining at this point. Is he going to go for a lift? No. Okay, it looked like it. Yeah, I think he could. I mean, from this angle, I think that would actually be pretty scary. It's weird because I kind of want them to fight, but I also think it would be good for them to fight because, like, I think they could take a decent trade. And if they ever clean up an army decent enough, then they're going to be in a good spot. He did lose all of those Phoenixes, though, which is very painful. Gonna scan the creep, and then I'll do one drop in the Protoss base. I think I need to start moving forward a little bit, but it's also pretty terrifying. That Liberator is finally going to get cleaned up, which is pretty funny. I feel like that Liberator did a really good job, obviously. Took him a while to send some units back there. Now, let's see. I don't have Liberators at home, so I can't really deal with this effectively. Okay, he thought I wasn't paying attention, but I actually was. Yo, those tanks on the high ground are going to pop off, by the way. Like, those tanks on the high ground are actually going to do so much work. There we go. That's really nice. I think I probably killed the Phoenix. I did lose my Liberators. Okay, Zerg. Oh, I thought he was not paying attention there for a second. That would have been so nice. Is he going to come back yet? He's not going to come back. There's also the million Hydras that I still have to think about, right? Hydras are also kind of extra good against tanks because tanks don't deal extra damage against them, so they survive for a long time. I'm gonna snipe some pylons again. Maybe I can get in there and kill a couple of the High Templars. This is way too risky. I really shouldn't be doing moves like that, but I saw him recall and I figured it'd be a good moment. Actually, that move was so good. He was focusing on the main. He's gonna lose all of the High Templars already, which is super nice. And now the tanks are still shooting with cover of the Marines. He is gonna clear it up, but that was pretty good. Now, if you look at my supplies, all of a sudden not looking that good anymore. That Liberator has 26 kills, by the way, which is freaking freaking insane. Now, I do have an army that's that I really need at home right now. Do I still have some liberators alive? I don't think I do. Let's transfer these over to the next base. My mining is absolutely freaking tragic at this point. Oh, there we go. Finally. Oh, that is a massive win. Okay, that's what we needed. So now maybe I can counterattack to the left side again. He's gonna try kill me with the Hydras, but I feel like I should be able to take a pretty good fight here with all of these tanks. Like, it's gonna be close. I don't know what his upgrades are. Yeah, he's gonna go for it, but I have enough Marines. He's trying to target fire the tanks. That is a classic micro mistake, just trying to right-click the valuable unit, and we are gonna take a good fight against those. Now I gotta drop in their base as well. Let's see, what can I really do here? I mean, my bases are saturated. Why are... There's drones from 2 different players mining this base. That's, I mean, pretty cool, I guess. I don't know why, but pretty cool. But it's okay. The Protoss is coming already. I can't afford to lose any more units this game, I believe. I mean, obviously, I'm going to lose some units, but I don't think I can bleed out anymore without taking a decent trade. Zealots are also... The Liberator was alive all this time. Zealots are also going to be super, super good when it comes to... fighting against this kind of army. Like, first of all, they're good against tanks. They're also super good against bio without medevacs. Like, that is also going to be something painful. I think I'm going to get these gases now. I didn't really need them before, but I'm kind of mining out anyway. I have a couple of Marines just YOLO walking across the creep for the memes, which... yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I guess I'll kill a couple tumors, which is nice. Now I'm gonna drop in the bottom right side again, just to make sure they don't actually get that base back ever. Now, so far, I have to say, there's a Nidus. Oh, that's actually gonna be Swarmhost again. Okay, that is an interesting play. I feel like I should have enough supply to be able to deal with that. But it is always going to be a little bit annoying to deal with it, right? So I need to keep it in mind. Oh, we're going to be able to kill the Mutas now, which is great. There's not enough Swarmos to kill the Planetary, which is also great. Now, let's see. Is there anything here? There's nothing here, so we're going to be able to get into that base. And this has been a really nice moment. I killed a lot of Mutas, and I'm going to kill another base. I don't think there's going to be anything here. So we're going to get into the Protoss base again, which is nice. And then I'm going to keep flying through to the next base again. We're going to knock out a couple more Phoenixes. I don't think I'm ever going to have money to really get the next set of upgrades, though. Okay, so the Protoss is here. Oh, I did lose 1 medevac. I didn't actually realize that, but I did lose 1 medevac, so need to keep that in mind. Guess I'll probably just drop over here. I have to imagine that, yeah, the next wave of Locust is going to be here, of course. That makes a lot of sense. But now, at the same time, we are going to kill another base of Teal. There we go. I left 1 drone alive because I'm nice. Not because I picked up too early, guys. I'm just a nice guy, you know? That's why. I'm going to make another base so I can fly that to the gold soon. I have 8 Marines that are going to camp this. Teal is going to have pretty much no drones left. I have to imagine that that base is starting to be mined out. We're barely going to escape with this, and we're going to get into the Zerg base again, which is fantastic. I feel like this Zerg has mostly been punished by trying to help his teammate. Every time he helped his teammate, I just dropped the medevacs in his base instead. Like, he's too nice. What's his name? Pax. Pax, you're too nice. Just let your teammate rot, okay? I'm just kidding. That's not how you want to approach it, but that's actually pretty funny that every time he tried to help, he actually kind of got punished for it. Now, these Locusts are going to start being annoying at some point, so I might have to do something about it. So I did a scan there to see the army. I guess I can probably go back into the No. Okay, I barely missed those Phoenixes. Let's see if I can bait those and maybe kill some stuff. I do think I saw... Yeah, exactly. I did see some units down there. Need to be really careful with that. There are some units in the middle. No, it looks like it's just an overseer. Guess I'll take these gases as well at this point and saturate these other ones. These are like the... Or this is the first time I've actually needed gas, I feel like. I feel like I've had like enough gas all the time. And even now, I don't really need it yet. And I'm going to be able to do a drop into the Protoss main. Okay, only 1 Phoenix got baited. That's really nice. If it was all of them, we would probably be in trouble. But there was only 1 Phoenix that came initially, so we are going to be able to get a little bit of damage done here, which is great. What's the upgrades on him? Wait, those Templars, they don't have Storm yet. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them, though. Now, let's see. Wait, is this the last mining of the Zerg? I think this might actually be the last mining of the Zerg, right? Or is he also taking a gold base? I'm going to hold position so they actually kill all the drones here. There's a little bit of an attack there. Didn't see that one coming. That's well done by him. But we are... it looks like he maybe is trying to mine that middle base. I think, yeah. Oh, it's actually the Protoss that has it. Okay, this is a scary moment, but I think we have to go for it. I actually think we kind of just have to go for it now because that base is going to be too much mining. I'm going to be able to take down that base. Let's repair my planetary real quick. Then I'm going to try and mine... Oh, I don't actually have a scan. That's unfortunate. try to mine the gold base. Now, I do have to move out. I think the Protoss army probably got baited through the middle pretty well, or through his main base, rather, so this could be okay. Does the gold base fit? It does barely fit. I need all of my tanks, though. Like, I'm really afraid that I'm about to get freaking A-moved here. I need a scan for that creep. If I don't get my scan, I think that could actually be it here. Let's get a couple turrets up. Okay, one more tank. 2 more tanks on the left side, because undoubtedly the Hydras are going to be coming from that angle. I still think I really have to kill that base on the right side. I feel like if that base on the right side stays up, we're just going to be in too much trouble. So I'm going to send a bunch of these. I cannot do anything against these Swarmos right now, so this time I'm just going to let them do their thing. Okay, looks like he might want to go for it, actually. I could put a couple more tanks close. Like, his army is almost pure High Templar, which is not bad. But against siege tanks, they could actually be in a little bit of trouble, you know? Let's see if I can bait him over here. I'll probably kill this with 1 Nidus. Or one Marine, rather. Let's see, I'm going to get a couple of Marines for free here. He's probably going to try a Storm. Exactly, did more damage on his own Zealots, I believe. So that's quite nice. Okay, he's actually going to try to come through. Yeah, he has... The tanks are just a little bit too far away, so that's problematic. I'm going to move these tanks over here. I think I saw a couple Hydras there, so I have to be careful. Let's see. Okay, he might actually try to blink in here, which would be quite nice for me. Let's see. Well, the Medivacs need to keep giving me vision, else we're going to be in trouble. Let's make sure I don't lose these tanks. I'm actually going to drop these 2 tanks. I feel like I probably have too many tanks already. I'm so scared of the Hydras. I feel like if the Hydras come in on the flank, we're just going to be in a crazy amount of trouble. Now, let's see which bases they have. The Protoss... Where's the Protoss army? Did he recall it? There's no way it's still stuck up there, right? Like, that would be... Oh, yeah, it is actually stuck up there. Okay, I can't fight against that because Storms have a little bit too much range. Okay, wait, the Hydra army is small, guys. The Hydra army is pretty small. Okay, so I'm going to drop 1 tank there and 1 tank there, and then we'll just see what I can do. I'm going to bring all of these tanks over as well to the right side now. Yeah, the Protoss really is too rich. The Protoss is the #1 enemy right now because he's just too rich. Okay, that could be a good amount of Stalkers dying. Oh, it doesn't look like I'm going to... Oh, well, he stopped moving them. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken. Or, well, I should have, because that was good for me, right? Okay. Oh, he actually brought all the Swarmos back. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it, to be honest. Like, if he wants to bring all of those back, it's gonna be okay for me. Yes, I'll just kill this. Yeah, wait. This could be a massive mistake if he's not paying attention, guys. Oh, look. Yes, actually, the Nidus goes down. Okay, here we go. He does have a couple more. I think my Marines with the upgrade should be able to win out. He's trying to click on the Nidus, but the Nidus does no longer exist, my friend. So there you go. Okay, I guess he's trying to get on top here. So he's going to lose all of the Swarmos now, which is massive. I think I'm just going to try and stim in here, kind of force him to move down with his Protoss army. I don't think his army is that good against tanks. So I think he would actually lose his army against my tanks here, exactly. I'm just going to fight against the Hydras now. This is going to be a close fight here, actually. I think it's barely not efficient enough, so I'm just going to run away. But we did kill a lot of Protoss stuff, which is really nice. I'm going to move the rest closer. I guess I could probably kill that from here. Let's see. I am mining from that, so that's nice. I mean, if the Protoss hasn't been super efficient, so if I manage to shut down this base, I think that's going to be pretty epic for us here. Now, it might even be time for me to freaking start my 3-3 upgrades. Like, I figured it'd be too expensive, but at this point, maybe I should. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to start my extra upgrades now. I know there are some Hydras over here, but my tanks can probably help quite well against these. Okay, let me actually lift these back up. I think I probably kill that Phoenix in time. Okay, there we go. Even like losing 1 tank is going to be pretty painful for now. I didn't think these Phoenixes were going to be as useful as they have been, I'll be honest. Like, I thought they were just going to be like, probably not the best choice of units kind of thing, you know, but in the end, they have been pretty valuable, I have to say. Now, I know the Zerg doesn't have that many Hydras left, but the bases on the left are still mining, and that might actually be the biggest problem. Gonna get it. Yeah, okay, well, that one's dead. I'm gonna get a couple more turrets up here just to have like blind... Wait, maybe that one I can save. Just to have blind protection against the Phoenixes. There we go. We're gonna kill 2 of those, which is nice. Need to be really careful over the Storms always, of course. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the left side and just make sure that they're not retaking those bases there. Because if they ever get the base on the left side, that is just going to be too painful. So I can't believe this one Void Ray arrived at the perfect time. Wait, I'm going to kill it, I think. No, barely not. I don't want to risk walking into a storm, so I'm just going to be careful here. Oh, well, the turret is going to pop off. He's going to lose it eventually. There we go. That one does fall. Is there more Swarmos? There's a couple more Swarmos. I think... Wait, maybe I can bait him, actually. Watch this. Yeah, I baited him. I dropped one Marine and he had the Locust on A move, so they all dropped off there, which is super nice. I wonder what the efficiency has been in this game, by the way, because they've had a lot of economy, but for some reason it still feels like we're kind of in the game here, so maybe we might even be winning at this point. I don't want to get too confident, but we might be. It really depends on what the Protoss has been doing. Wait, I think that might be the only Nidus. If that's the only Nidus, all of his units inside are now dead. That is crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna siege his base slowly. Can I? I'm not gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna do the same move I did before and kill Zerg's main base. I feel like that would be a nice play. Let's see, I'm just gonna scan there. He is warping in even more Templar, which is quite interesting. You would think at some point he has enough Templar, but I guess not. So here we are in the Zerg's main base. Gonna start sieging some Liberators here now. The Protoss can recall his army out at some point, so that is probably what he's gonna go, or what he's gonna do. Yo, these things are actually popping off though, and now the Zerg is back here, so we're gonna do the same move we've been doing all this time and go back here to this base on this side. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get a couple tanks up there. I do have a decent amount of units over here. I don't want to get flanked by the Hydra, so I'm gonna leave most of those there. Okay, let's siege 2 tanks here, and then I'll probably be able to get a couple tanks on the right side here as well. Let's kill this planetary. Let's see. I don't know where the Templars are exactly, but they're not close enough. So he's gonna take a lot of damage from those. Let's see. Something dies here. Oh, that's my tank in a really bad rally. Definitely want to fix that as soon as I can. Okay, so I need to be careful for the Void Rays, because Void Rays are gonna kill my units very fast. He's gonna move forward, loses a couple units there. Yo, those things are gonna pop off. If he comes a little closer, he's gonna lose every single Templar there. So I'm in the main base of that Zerg again, which is super nice. I think he's probably gonna want to recall out. Wait, he actually left the Templars. He's gonna lose all of those Templars, guys. That's like 8 Templars that are just trapped there forever, right? Here we go. Let's see if I can do a little bit of splitties. Probably not gonna be that good with the first try, but there we go. All the Templars are getting mopped up now. I got all of them, and that is probably the Protoss army. Now, I did lose a... Why is there a hatchery there? Dude, I thought that's actually 5 million IQ. I never thought anyone had this base because I kept flying over like the actual spot. And then the hatchery is freaking there. Why is it there? That's actually crazy. Now my Liberator is going to be able to deny that for a little bit, or at least the mining for a little bit, but not much more than that. The Hydras are going to kill it. So I'm just going to AFK there for a bit and use it again later. Now keep in mind, guys, since we killed all of the Templars, they might not really have a good answer for the Marines. I did get my 3-3, which is really nice, of course. Now, I don't want to start moving in too fast. But I think that with this army, we might actually be able to win the game, depending on how much eco the Zerg really got from that freaking gold base. Now, I do have to say one thing. Is I feel like the Protoss should still have had a bank all this time, because the Protoss was mining from 2 gold bases. The Protoss was a 4-base Protoss. He had the most economy in total after me in this game. And he always kind of had like a small Stalker Zealot bow. Like, I know my drops did really well, but I don't think my drops did well enough for him to have absolutely nothing. Okay, his work is out of position with the Hydras. He was trying to get ready for the Liberators, but now he's going to lose all of those. There we go. Also, dude, the Swarmos now, I have to admit, they've been surprisingly good, okay? Especially after I killed them, they were still annoying. So I'm gonna make sure to kill that. I guess there was 1 Nidus left, most likely. Now, I don't like walking over creep. That's very scary. I'm just gonna walk only when I have scans forward. I'm building a lot of Liberators. I guess the Protoss could have gone for carriers at some point. But I think even if he did, he's not going to have that much stuff. Let's see if he can kill a Void Ray. Actually, get 2 Void Rays. Might even get the Phoenix as well. Now, I think the bases on the left side here are going to be bigger of a priority. GG is called from the teal player. Let's see if there's any bases. There's no bases over there, and I think that is kind of going to guarantee my victory. I'm just going to type GG back. Just... maybe they were waiting for that or something. I always feel like there's like a hidden army waiting here. I still think the Protoss should have something. Let's see. There's no bases over here, so that means I can just push forward here. There's a couple Templars. There's an I think that's a little bit too late for tricks like that. I don't think tricks like that are gonna work now. now I'm way too hyped to read it. He also wrote it in the last game. It's not gonna work. He's trying to get some magical storms. The storms were actually pretty magical, but they're not gonna work out. I think the last player called GG, and that is going to be it. The 1v4 against a bronze, silver, gold, and platinum is gonna work out for us, and that is fantastic. There we go. And it was a freaking brawl, okay? Now, I do have to say, I feel a little bit bad for the Terran, because if you look at the resource that the Terran lost, he lost nothing. He was the best player, but it's because he died so early. They didn't manage to help him enough. And I think in particular, The amazing start that we had helped us the most. Then the Liberator against the Mutas, catching the Swarmos, made a lot of moves, a lot of jobs against the Protoss players. And it was a very enjoyable and super hype game. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. That's going to be it for today. If you did enjoy it, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.